Good morning, guys. It's been a while, well, a few days anyway. I've been doing bits and bobs and doing family stuff. It's Wednesday 12th of April. The sun is shining for a bloody change. So I'm getting lots of work done on the industrial and the work side of things. Right, I want to talk today a little bit about Scott Munn. He's come in as, I think, a bit of a buffer, or will be coming in after the summer, between himself and Daniel Levy. So those of you like me wants Levy to be away from the football side of things. I want him out of the club, really, but to get him definitely away from the football side of things, it may be a positive step. He's coming in as Chief Footballing Officer, will be his new title, which has been invented by the club. It's a new title. Now, he comes from the City Football Group. I'm not sure if you're aware of it. It's the group that it's like the owners of Manchester City Football Club, that own different clubs of different sports, if you like, also mostly football though, all around the world. His original spot was Australian, so he was taking care of the sort of the Asian market. His background, he was in charge of Melbourne City. Now, those of you that don't understand or don't know anything of Australian football, Melbourne City were sort of a lower league, lower team in the top division, sort of around the sort of 12th. Oh, there's only 12 teams in it, but it was sort of lingering around between 7th and 12th, so there was like the bottom half, sort of where Spurs were about 15 years ago. He came in, within a couple of seasons, turned them into like challengers. And then I think it was about 3 or 4 seasons into it, if I remember rightly, if I remember reading it, then they won the title. They finished second, then won the title. And they've now won back-to-back titles, and at the moment they're top of their league, with, I think it's a game in hand and they're 5 points clear, something like that. So it looks like they'll win 3 titles on the row. He also, before that, he had a lot of involvement with like rugby league teams in Australia. So his knowledge of sport is quite varied. So it's not just football that he's been involved with. He also was involved with the Sydney 2000 Olympic bid. So he's quite up there. He's very knowledgeable, and looking into it, he's a very well liked and well respected man. I can't find any negativity about him whatsoever, really. I'm looking at other YouTubers and things like that and what they're saying and bits and bobs like that, but neither of them, and I can't find anything on him other than positives. So to me, I think it's an optimistic look, because what I'm hoping is that he comes in and really does take Levy's spot in terms of the team signings, the direction we're going as a style of play, and more importantly, maybe he's going to have more to do with the next manager we bring in. Now, I'm not sure if any of you heard it. I'm pretty much, you're going to struggle if you didn't hear it. Was all the chants and the singing at the stadium during the last match for Pochettino to return. Now, I'm sure, unless you are literally living under a rock, or Levy's under a rock, they're going to be having and now being pressured into getting that guy in to have a little chat. So, I mean, I've been watching Alistair Gold and things like that, and he said a few interesting things regarding what was on his. There's a scene or a photo of Pochettino abroad, and on his computer, very eagle-eyed people have zoomed in on his computer and they can see things on there. One's describing, not a great story, but who would be crazy enough to take over Tottenham at the moment because of the mess they're in. But another line was on there, was a comment from Donna Cullen. Those of you who don't know Donna Cullen, she's a director at Tottenham. At the moment, it's looking or sounding, what we're getting from the club, she's basically the only thing that's now stopping the club potentially talking to Poch. She's in charge of all things. She's not really in charge of the football side of things. It's more like architectural and, I mean, like, and keeping things going. Like, for example, she was very big in keeping the new stadium on track. She's involved with like the the main design of the stadium. She was very involved with the design of that. Yeah, and sort of ongoing things with that, like entertainment with it. So it's all the things that us Spurs fans are getting really annoyed with. But to be fair, if we had a good football team playing, we'd be more than happy with the way they're running that club, because they're bringing in loads of sponsors from everywhere, apart from the naming rights yet, but who knows what's happening with that. But I feel that she's doing a very good job. But if she's now the only thing that's now stopping Poch coming back, then I'm not very happy with her. Because from the sounds of all the fans the weekend, I mean, there must have been half the stadium singing his name. So surely someone's listening to that. Just the feeling around that club, if he come in, the minute they announce Poch is coming back in the summer, or for the last couple of games of the season, or for whatever, mate, everyone's going to be so buzzing. I know I'll be literally looking forward to next season rather than dreading it and thinking, oh God, not another season of the dross we've been watching this season. I didn't comment on the last game really, because I just think it was a load of... I was let down by the game really, watching it. I mean, it was great to get a result, but come on, if any of you watched it, the refereeing decisions and the VAR decisions were just ridiculous. They were off the scale bad. So realistically, and I know we've been on the bad end or the rough end of some VAR decisions over the last couple of seasons, but to be fair, we have been on the right side of the other side of the good ones, if I'm honest, and that was definitely one of them. Going on to the topic, which I must mention now, it's going off that topic now about Scott Munn, so it's up to you guys now to have a little look into it. I shall be having a little bit more of an investigative look into it, because I want to see how good he is and what he's all about even more, and trying to look for some negatives. And I don't mean to be negative, but I want to see, because at the moment all I'm seeing is how great he is, and if that is the case, then let's hope it'll be good for Tottenham. So I'm going to come away from that. I was going to touch on the last subject, which is our Sonny. Nice one, Sonny. Nice one, son. Nice one, Sonny. Let's have another one. Unless you don't know, Son scored his 100th goal the weekend, and what a goal it was. An absolute Sonny classic, where he gets the ball, cuts in from the side, and hits one of those amazing bending shots that just he sets it outside the post, outside the defender, outside the goalkeeper's reach, and just bends it into the top corner or in the far post, and he goes inside that side netting. Absolute stunning goal. If you could have written, or if someone said, give us a goal that Sonny's famous for, that would be it. What a goal. Absolute stunning goal. And that was his 100th goal, 100th Premier League goal, which makes him, it means he's the first Asian player to reach that target, or that goal, which is pretty spectacular for him. And he was extremely proud of it. And hopefully now we've seen the last few games, and he got man of the match, by the way, and it weren't just that goal, he was running his arse off that game, running all the things that I said to him it was bad for him the previous game. He completely changed that. He was running and running and running. I could see him making runs all the time. He weren't getting seen all the time, but he was making those runs, which is brilliant, which means his confidence is high. And to take that shot, and I mean, I don't know if you saw the commentary afterwards, that apparently when he received the ball, he was running looking for a pass, and he heard Højbjerg from behind him say, shoot. So he thought, sod it, and hit that. What a goal. World-class player. And I know that term is used for too many players. And for me, that term is used for a player that is consistently head and shoulders above most of the players on the pitch for 5 to 6, 7 seasons. Not just a couple of seasons, for that long. Like in our team, I've only remark on our team, Kane and Sonny. Pretty much, no, they're not pretty much, they are world-class in my opinion. But yeah, so congratulations to Sonny. And that's pretty much it today, so I'm going to crack on because I've got to go work, and I hope everyone's having a good time. Press like, subscribe to the channel, which I'm going to be doing a live later with today, I think, if not tomorrow, with a couple of Spurs fans that I know. Hopefully Alan Saggers, we're going to get him on, and we'll have a little chat about Spurs. He's a season ticket holder over there in the South Stand that I go with regularly, and it'd be nice to get someone else on the channel and actually have a good live chat. So I hope you can all join us. Again, like, subscribe, and leave a comment definitely underneath, so I'll answer any comments if I can. and any questions, I'll try and find out the answers for you. But other than that, come on you Spurs.